Did you see the crazy move that gold made last week? That was insane. Unbelievable. In just 4.5 days, gold dropped 1,200 pips. Unbelievable. What is going on with gold these days? Well, that's what we'll have a look at in this video, as well as the major US currency pairs. And be sure and stay till the end of the video for my free bonus. So let's just go ahead and jump in and get started. If you follow me at all on these weekly analysis videos, you know the drill. This weekly analysis is for the 27th to the 31st of May 2024, where we look at the high impact news items, the profit and loss from last week's trades, and I share my pending orders, the trade setups that I have in place for this upcoming week. And I do all of this in order to hopefully help you make profit with your Forex trading. So let's jump into the calendar and see what's coming up for this week on forexfactory.com. The fundamental news items, it's a very light week this week. I haven't highlighted anything. Be sure to check forexfactory.com for your local times and be aware of these high impact news items which affect the movement of our currencies and commodities. So looking at the profit and loss from last week's trade setups, and I'll ask you, how did you do with gold? As I said in the beginning, it was totally crazy, insane, the move. After the previous week with a huge move up and gold turning bullish, then suddenly this week, what happened? Gold turned bearish. But we don't try and predict the market. We only react to what we see. But as you know, if you're an experienced Forex trader, you can make profit with both directions, whether gold is moving up or gold is moving down, whether currencies are moving up or currencies are moving down, it doesn't matter. If you're able to correctly analyze the direction and you have clear direction, then you can make profit both ways. That's what makes Forex trading a great recession-proof business. So let's go ahead and get into it and look at the trade setups from last week and see how our profit and loss turned out. But of course, as always, we look at the first chart is the JPY index, and no need to spend any time on this at all. It's the same sad state that it's been for so long. The Japanese yen just continues to go down against other major currencies. Then the US dollar index, which is the US dollar compared with other major currencies, pretty much sideways. It did make a move up on Thursday last week, but then gave all that back on Friday before the US session closed. So not much change with the US dollar index. So I will continue to be bullish on the major currency pairs. Now, I had a buy limit last week because we were so bullish. I mean, it was just going like a ballistic missile. And I said that it would retrace. We could be patient and wait for that correction, which did happen. It did get down to the pending order of 23.90, but then it just forgot to put on the brakes and just kept going and going and going. So in this case, last week on gold, we hit the stop loss. And we can't complain too much because we've been making a really, really good profit for the last several weeks on the movement of gold. But on this last week, we hit the stop loss on that buy limit. Then the Euro USD had a buy limit, and that one during the week, it did open on Monday, and then you could have gotten 14 pips on Tuesday, the next day. However, it started to go the wrong direction, and it's not got anywhere near the stop loss that I have in place, so I'm still holding this trade. Okay, I still have this Euro US open. I will give you a new pending order shortly on the Euro US. And the odd US is the same situation. This one did execute, but it only went a little bit above the entry price, so we're not going to count that one this week. And then it went the wrong direction. But again, this one has not hit the stop loss, so I still have this trade as it's an open trade. And I'll give you a new pending order entry price shortly. The New Zealand US, this buy limit did work out thanks to the news which we had on Wednesday concerning the New Zealand economy, and we got 41 pips on that one. Then the pound US gave us 80 pips. Okay, it only executed on Friday and then went up and for a profit of 80 pips on the pound US. And then the USD CAD was a sell limit, and this one is one of those frustrating trades. Okay, it did open and then gave us 30 pips profit. And if you moved your stop loss just below the break-even point, you would have been okay. It would have closed with just a little bit of profit because it absolutely turned and went the wrong direction. And in fact, it did one of those things that we don't like. It went up, just hit the stop loss, and then turned around and went the right direction. And I know every trader has seen that happen before. So on this case, the USD CAD, if you didn't close it with 30 pips or a little bit below break even, then you would have hit the stop loss. Then the UJ was neutral. Okay, I said last week we had no clear direction, so there was no trade on that one. Although if you did take a buy trade, you would have done well because it went up almost every day last week. But I did not take a trade on the UJ because I had no clear direction on my daily chart. And then I always share the Bitcoin chart with you. As you know, I don't trade Bitcoin. I don't buy and sell on a regular basis. I just buy Bitcoin on a dollar cost averaging basis. And when I took this screenshot, it was trading at 69,000. So the only thing to say about Bitcoin, it has not closed above 70,000 recently, and that's what we're looking for. It did go above 70,000 but came back below that, so we're looking for a close above our resistance point of 70,000. Once it closes on a daily basis above 70,000, then we will be looking at higher prices, but right now trading at about 68, 69,000. All right, let's look at the pending orders. These are the trade setups that I have in place for this upcoming week, and I do all of this to help you make profit with your Forex trading. But of course, just remember that this is not financial advice. I am not suggesting or recommending that you take the same trades. You can if you want to, but it's up to you to manage your own account and to use good risk management. So let's get started and see what's coming up. Gold, I'm expecting another exciting week. The bears have control. There's no question about that. Nobody will dispute that. The bears have control. The reason I say that is because it's below the 2350 price point, which is the 20-day moving average. And below the 20-day moving average, the bears have control. So the sellers have control of gold. And I expect that being that the case, that we are going to see lower prices, because also on the H4 chart, it is bearish. I have a bearish direction on the 4-hour chart. On the day 1 chart, it's neutral. So that means it's not quite bearish on the daily chart. But usually when you see a turn on the 4-hour chart, the day chart will follow very soon after that. So I'm bearish on gold, and when we have a sell limit, let it pull back up to our 20-day moving average, which is 2350. Sell limit on gold, 2350. Take profit at 2300. Then the Euro US is a buy limit with the entry price at 1.0836. The odd US is a buy limit with the entry price at 0.6610. The New Zealand US is a buy limit with the entry price at 0.6100. The pound US is a buy limit with the entry price at 1.2715. And the USD CAD is neutral. Okay, you can see on this chart, it's just whipsawing around. It's crazy. No clear direction at all on the USD CAD. And when I don't have clear direction, for me, that's neutral, and it means no trade. Then the UJ, well, let's start buying again, okay? It has been up to 160. It's right now at about 150, 156, 158 in that range. And so it's very likely to go back up to 160 and try that resistance zone again. So let's let it pull back just a little bit with this buy limit. The entry price being 156.80. 156.80, a buy limit on the UJ. All right, that's all of gold and the major currency pairs. And don't forget that you have the opportunity, a great opportunity, for this free Forex trading course for beginners. If you'd like to learn how to trade Forex, this 10 video tutorial will take you through all the steps that you need in order to get set up for that, to launch your career into trading. Of course, you'll need more advanced trading, but this will get you started, and it will help you to determine whether or not it might be something for you or not. You'll be able to trade on a demo account with virtual money and see how the foreign exchange market works. Great opportunity to test the waters and see how you like it. Just contact me on my Telegram. My ID is @rickrayfx, and I will give you the link for this free Forex trading course for beginners. Okay, that's all I have for you this week. If you enjoy these videos and they are helpful, let me know in the comments below. And of course, be sure to subscribe and click the little bell so you'll be notified every time I make one of these videos, which is every Sunday before the market opens on Monday. I hope you have a great week, and I'll see you again next time.